Hey, it's Matt Moscona. You found it. It's AFR LSU, your home for daily content on your favorite team, Fighting Tigers of LSU. And we're proud to be presented by BetUS, where this football season, get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your next two deposits up to $2,000. Be sure to use the promo code YouTube150. Now, enjoy the video. All right, every Tuesday we visit with Shea Dixon on 3, the Bengal Tiger. Good enough to join us in transit today. It's Emily Dixon's birthday, so shout out to Emily Dixon. Happy birthday. And we appreciate Emily for loaning you to us for a few minutes, Shea. Thanks for the time. How are you?
Yes, as a media married couple, we know to not turn on the radio when we're calling into the radio. So she did not hear that, but Miss Stone just gave you a birthday shout out. So there you go, Matt.
You just be here. Hey, turn the radio down. That's a typical post-game caller symptom. Yeah, look, turn down your radio. Turn down your radio. Hey, look, since we last spoke, Tigers got a commitment for 2026. Brysten Martinez out of East Ascension. Reaction maybe to the timing and the player?
Yeah, I mean this is a big time pickup for a number of reasons. This 2026 class, which are all the guys that are about to be seniors, and the next wave of guys that will sign out of high school, is really deep in Louisiana. I mean, they've had double-digit offers out since a lot of these guys were sophomores. Brysten Martinez got his after his freshman year. And I can remember, Matt, people in Gonzales and East Ascension area sending me cut-ups of him in middle school and being like, yo, this guy's going to be legit. And sure enough, he's 6'5", 290 or whatever as a rising senior, and is ranked unanimously. No recruiting service has him ranked outside of the top 10 offensive tackles anywhere in the country. So last year, this past cycle, I should say, both in the portal and high school, really, way more interior and guard heavy than tackle, right? To start at the tackle spot with the top 10 tackle from a local kid who, in a deep state cycle next year, like I said, it's a top 5 prospect in Louisiana. That's exactly what you want. So I think that it's one of those things where a local kid says, hey, look, I could either dive into a wave of spring visits and everybody's still calling me, or it's the dead period right now, so we're not taking visits. And I think it kind of settled into the reality of, look, it's a 30-minute drive from my high school to Tiger Stadium. My family can be around, grandma, everybody. So this decision was one I think that kind of in his mind was made when he got that offer at summer camp after his freshman year.
We'll get right back to the video, but did you know that BetUS also has a casino? For all of our followers here, if you like slots or live casino dealers, you can take advantage of BetUS amazing sign-up bonuses. 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 or 250% for crypto sign-up bonus up to $5,000 as well. Discover the BetUS Casino Playground. Maybe you're a slots enthusiast. BetUS, they've got the games to raise your pulse. You can test your skills with timeless classics. You can also explore the newest, hottest slots and feel that casino buzz with BetUS live dealer tables. Y'all take advantage of this great special. Sign up now. Get 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 and 250% sign-up bonus up in crypto up to $5,000. So get ready for a rush with the BetUS Casino generous promotions and tournaments that make every play more rewarding. Sign up right now and experience the difference. Get your bonus. 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 and 250% crypto sign-up bonus also up to $5,000. Now, enjoy the rest of the video. You know, it's interesting, too, Shea. I was noticing it on 3 that Julie Boudouin had an update on Lamar Brown where he kind of listed LSU as his leader. Martinez is the top tackle in the area. Brown's the number 1 interior offensive lineman in the entire country. Can you kind of give us an update there on Lamar Brown with Julie's report over at On 3?
Yeah, and I'll add to it that Lamar is a guy at UI who also plays D-line. So, I mean, there is a route for him to play either in college, not both. I'm not trying to Travis Hunter, the guy here in the trenches, but And I don't think it's set in stone quite yet exactly. Okay, is he best served long-term at D-line or O-line? Now, as you noted, he is ranked as the top interior offensive lineman in America. He's a 5-star. Nothing to take that kind of away from him, no matter what he plays. Now, he's got some official visits scheduled. He said he wants to announce this summer, but he's been pretty outspoken recently about LSU and the impact they've made. And Brian Kelly went over with the staff in January when they could do in-person visits and sat with them for a while at U High on LSU's campus. And I just feel like for a local kid, they've prioritized him for so long. Like a guy like Martinez. Lamar Brown's had an offer since, God, you'd remember as well as I would, middle school or something, I'm sure. I mean, it's been a long time that they've been after him, and kind of time flies. Here we are. He's about to be a senior, and he's having to make a decision before his senior year or wanting to. So he went on record and said it. Hey, look, LSU's the team to beat. A&M has made a big impression on him, but I've always thought it was one of those two teams. I know he's got other teams in the mix. He's going to be at Miami. He's going to be at Florida State. But in reality, I think staying home or being within driving distance, like at a school like A&M, it's been after him for a while, would be the two realistic options at this stage.
You know, it's interesting, Shea. When Keelan Moses had Lamar Brown in our studio on his podcast, I was here that day. Lamar came in with an Oregon shirt on. And I don't read too much into that. I think it was just cool swag that he got when he visited Oregon. Is that not a possibility? Maybe that Oregon or a team like that could jump into this race for Lamar Brown?
I don't count anything out in the NIL era. Now, he said that kind of when talking about the teams beyond those four that he's going to take official visits to make official visits to, that he's hearing a lot from Bama, Georgia, Tennessee, Southern Cal. So Oregon wasn't kind of mentioned in that mix. And Oregon recruits pretty nationally. So not a shock that they're not going to be able to stay in it with every kid out there. So now maybe that isn't a big worry, nor is Ohio State kind of on the short list. So barring a big shift, I think it's LSU or A&M. And my pick's been on LSU for a while. And look, people think it's easy, but that's a risky pick. They've not had the greatest success out of U High because sometimes kids just don't want to go to college where they've already been going to high school and they're in for 4 years or more.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, every kid could. I mean, just think in terms not just of football. Like sometimes kids just want to leave the state. It does make sense. Shea Dixon's with us on 3, the Bengal Tiger. He's on Twitter at Shea Dixon. Shea, there was another bit of recruiting news since last we spoke, and Boobie Feaster is reclassified. Can you just give us the who, what, where, when, why, how with Feaster?
Yes. So that's one. First name is not really Boobie, but that's what everyone calls him, and I think that's what he will officially show up as when you put him into the athletic directory or roster of whatever school he goes to. But he's been a star at DeSoto for his freshman year on, and that's really hard to do at wide receiver in East Texas. I mean, Jalen Mills and Ed Ingram, a number of guys have come out of that program to LSU and been very successful. And they send guys all over, especially at Texas, A&M, all those schools. But he kind of sent a little bit of the shockwaves came when a week ago he was considered one of the best receivers in next year's class. Well, now he's reclassified, and now he's in the current class. Well, LSU already has commits from two of the best receivers in Louisiana, including two guys who made first-team All-State, and Kenny Darby out of Airline, who led the state receiving. And they've got the lead for Jabari Mack, a Destrian kid who's a top 50 player in the country and the number one ranked receiver in the state. And they're really in it with Tristan Keys, who is at my alma mater, Hattiesburg High in South Mississippi. Look, Hattiesburg's closer to Baton Rouge than Ole Miss and Starkville and Tuscaloosa or wherever other SEC schools might be recruiting them. And we saw it work with P.J. Woodland out of Hattiesburg. They just got Tyler Miller out of Laurel. So they're hitting that Pine Belt area. Donovan Tate just got promoted into a bigger recruiting role at LSU. He went to Hattiesburg High around the same time I did, so they've got connections there. And now you toss in Boobie Feaster, who automatically, despite the fact that he's a year younger than all these guys, got ranked inside the top 10 receivers. This could be We already talked about it on the show. This could be a banner year and back to, whoa, how did LSU sign, Malik and Justin Jefferson and Jamar and Terrace and all these kids? Like, I think that's what we're about to run into again here with this 2026 class when that settles and you see them play and then they go on to the NFL. You're like, wow, all those dudes were in Louisiana at the same time. And Feaster's from Louisiana, moved over to Texas, I guess, it was a number of years ago, but he played in DeSoto, but he very much considers himself a Louisiana native. So LSU is in a very good spot there.
Shea, one quick follow-up. All the guys, maybe it's not all these guys. Maybe it's just a few, but we were so high-profile with Jakeem Stewart, now with Feaster. And yeah, like, why are we seeing guys reclassify? Is that becoming more common now?
It's all, and Colin Hurley did as well. It's a variety of reasons. Quarterback is where we've always seen, right? And sometimes, you'll have a quarterback, but he's a year older than everybody else, right? You got held back at some point along the way, probably for developmental reasons, physically, I'm saying, so that then he would be in a good spot as senior year of high school to get a college scholarship, all that. So when they reclassify into another grade, they end up being in the grade they should be in, type of thing. Now we're starting to see it at other positions with kids who just think they're ready. And multiple kids have gone on record and were fairly highly ranked, know where things stand, and said, look, I can get my academics in order, and that puts you one step closer to college and NIL, which wasn't a thing before. So anyone who tells you that really big-name kids are reclassifying doesn't have at least something to do with NIL would be fooling themselves. I think that they see it as, hey, if I'm getting the green light and I can do it academically and I'm physically ready to compete at that level, once I get there, I can make sure that I am, then they're setting it up and making the move. We've seen it more often now than really at any other point. We'll have to put together the data later, but that used to be something just quarterbacks did. Now all of a sudden, a lot of guys are possible.
Shea Dixon on 3, the Bengal Tiger. Hey, before you go, recruiting calendar, what's sort of next in the next several days or weeks?
This is what we call heaven on earth right now. It's the dead period. So no coaches see kids in person. Everybody takes some time off. But in March, we'll kick it back up, and spring practice will be here in no time. So that will be a big focal point for them. And during this Kelly regime is getting guys in there to watch practice. Same thing Orgeron did is, hey, look, instead of bringing them in for the weekend when you're not doing anything, bring them in on a weekday or a Saturday when we do practice and let them sit in film and let them watch practice and get a good vibe for kind of how we run the program and see if it's a fit for them. So there'll be a lot of that coming up before we start official visits in late April, May, and into June. So this is the time to kind of sit back and breathe a little bit. LSU's got one of the best classes, the number one class in the SEC right now. Number 2 on On3, I believe, number 3 on the industry rankings. So a very good start, and now we'll see how they build it out from here.
Shea Dixon, On3, the Bengal Tiger. Y'all get him on Twitter at Shea Dixon. All right, man, we appreciate it. Again, tell Emily we said happy birthday. Y'all enjoy the evening, man. Thank you.
Happy birthday from the ESPN family. And there you go. Oh, she said happy anniversary to you for work anniversary.
I appreciate it. 15 years, man. It's been a long time, man.
Congrats, Moscona. That's awesome.
We've known each other longer than that, man, all of us, which is crazy in and of itself.
Don't be aging me like that and dragging me into your 15 years.
Hey, you were 6 years old when you stared working the recruiting beat. That's all.
That's right.
So congrats on making 21 years old, Shea. You can buy beer now.
That's right.
All
4
right.
years away from renting a car. I'll see you, Matt.
Shea Dixon. Thanks so much for watching the video. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, hit the bell so you're notified when we post a new video, and remember to support BetUS, where right now you can get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. Be sure to use that promo code YouTube150.